I am so delighted to be given the opportunity to speak about the Institute because it represents really the heritage, the tradition that came to us from 1835 when a woman by the name of Sarah Huntington Smith came here to Lebanon to establish a school for the education of women in the Ottoman Empire before anybody thought about the importance of educating women in society. We advocate through the Institute for gender equality.
Welcome to the Arab Institute for Women. We've been working on promoting women's empowerment and gender equality across the Arab region since 1973. That makes us the region's first academic institute focused exclusively on women.
The women's movement was growing more and more in the West, and this came at the right time. And even in Lebanon, you can see a larger movement now. Some were influenced by our institute, and some were influenced by other, of course, activists that were already present in the country. But we always try to reach and work very closely with the people in the community.
We work on equality, rights, policy and legislation, inclusion, diversity issues, empowerment, promoting health and education programming, ending gender-based violence, encouraging women's engagement in the Women, Peace and Security agenda. This is really critical work for the region. We cover the 22 Arab states, and we've got a lot of work to do. We have a broad range of outreach activities, conferences, learning events, workshops, symposia, activism around international days, nothing about us without us. We have a biannual journal called Raida, which means the female pioneer.
The purpose of having a Raida was to basically highlight what was happening at the Institute, becoming a magazine that addresses everything that's happening all over the Arab world. It addressed groundbreaking issues that were not discussed and were considered taboo. It's a platform for well-established scholars, researchers, students. Raida's outreach was all over the Arab world. For the 40th anniversary of Raida, what we did is we digitized all the issues that are searchable by keyword and by author name and by years.
We have a non-formal education package called Qudwa, which means the role model, and that targets vulnerable women and communities. And it trains frontline workers and community workers to go into villages and have discussions, curate conversations around important issues for these women.
The Institute is an absolutely vital component at LAU and has been really making a huge difference in providing gender equity, talking about gender-based violence, and bringing the conversations at so many different levels, students, faculty, staff, with many different kinds of programming.
Having the Institute located at the LAU has a great impact on our accessibility to youth. The Institute is a strategic partner to the IWSAW Center for Women. It complements the work that we're doing. It sets a great example of how academia can complement the work of UN agencies. We've been doing together a set and a series of activities and international and regional workshops on women, peace and security and violence against women that resulted in the Beirut call for action to prioritize the agenda in the Arab region.
I think these types of partnerships will really help improve our reach and the impact of the collective values and vision that we're promoting in society today.
Our aim was to develop awareness as to the importance of what women are doing and what they are capable of doing in a place like Lebanon, where women are generally, especially politically, neglected. There is a lot to be done, and I'm sure the Institute has an important mission to accomplish.
It is a platform. It gives women who are working on the ground and activists a voice.
We really call on you to support the Institute in terms of promoting gender equality. You have a major role to play in really making sure that gender equality takes hold in our society.
I'm so delighted to be able to contribute to this very special place because there really is nothing else like the Arab Institute for Women.